Welcome back. According to martial arts expert Bob Jones, if women could protect themselves the way they protect their young, rape statistics would soon decline. It's all part of his new self-defense system called Aerobics, and he's here to show us and tell us all about it. Please welcome Bob Jones. Aerobics?
Aerobics.
Yeah.
It's an idea we came up with over the last 5 years. We found women were coming to self-defense studios during the week to learn to protect themselves, but they'd walk into that male domain again. They'd walk into a martial arts school and there'd be 50 or 60 guys jumping around practicing karate techniques. And the guy out front would be giving commands in Japanese and English, but that sort of scared them and intimidated them anyway. So we took some of the girls that stuck in the classes and put them back into their leotards, put them back out into studios now where they teach self-defense movements to music, not unlike aerobics, almost identical.
Sure.
Except the moves are more aggressive for self-defense.
So a combination of obviously karate and
So that's where
aerobics.
aerobics came from.
Yeah, certainly. Bob, just before we go into the actual details themselves, just explain to people the sort of background you've got and the sort of things you've got after your name.
I've been training in the martial arts now for 25 years, since 1965, but I'm probably better known around the world as a bodyguard to international stars. Thanks to Paul Dainty in 1973, we started touring, and now I've been around the world many times with Fleetwood Mac and Joe Cocker and David Bowie, and the list goes on and on.
Who's your
People I've
favourite?
worked with Joe Cocker, which is...
Be a pretty wild man, wouldn't he?
Well, he's got that image in the press, but he's the most humane person I've ever worked with.
Is he really?
I have more fun with a lot of the other bands. Fleetwood Mac are a good fun band. I believe they're coming back to Australia again shortly, and I hope to be working with them when they come into the country.
And who else?
We did Frank Sinatra last month.
Did you really? Did you
airport.
meet Frank Sinatra?
No, but we did the airport pickup that got all the controversy.
Oh, of course. What happened there?
Well, they hired 40 of us to go out to Ansett, and there was only one problem. There was only 10 people in the crowd, so the 40 security guards weren't looking too flash.
No. Did Mr. Sinatra have anything to say about that, about the crowd?
I don't think he noticed, to be quite honest.
Because he'd done such a wonderful warm-up in years gone by, hadn't he?
Yes.
Welcoming people to the airport. OK, back to what we're supposed to be talking about here. Do you believe that women are too passive, Bob?
Yes, but there's a reason for it. It's the way they're brought up through society. So I think it's society's problem. But there's been a lot of turnaround in the last, since the suffragette movement in the beginning of this century. I think when women were allowed to vote, there was a big elevation in women's thinking. And then in '65 with the Equal Rights Bill, when women got equal pay, it also elevated their thinking that, you know, they're women and they're equal to men. So that wasn't their last century. You know, they were stuck in the houses. We brought them out in the Industrial Revolution and stuck them into factories. That elevated them a little bit. But through the suffragette movement and through the Equal Rights Bill, we find that women are now coming to the forefront. They're country leaders. We've got Ida Buttrose and people like that in this country that are really excelling now and being as forceful in business as any man. I think, you know, the man's competitor now.
Sure.
And just looking at a few women in the public eye like that just shows that this assertiveness coming out, and I think the big problem is to admit to yourself that you're not equal to man. I mean, I won't admit I'm equal to anybody else. You know, I train hard and I look after myself. So if women can take a message from that and just be more assertive.
Sure.
Just,
Let's go across to the Bob Cox Memorial spot, and we'll do this. We'll call it that because we had a gentleman on yesterday who had this amazing golf machine, which I didn't understand from the start to the finish. But I understand what you're doing. And let's introduce also to the spot the lovely Anne Wills. Now, I know that you and Bob have been together before the show and you've organised all sorts of little things that you're going to do, but I now, of course, am the novice. You have to explain to me what you want me to do. I've got to attack Anne, don't I?
Yes.
Right, OK. First one from behind, I'm told?
I think if we come up from behind in a street situation, so the people at home can relate to the simplicity of these things. Yes.
Yep. What say I do it and then we'll talk about it, which I think always works in life. Do it and then we'll talk about it afterwards, OK?
And I'll give you a rating.
OK. 10 years. OK, here we go. We're walking along the street.
Right, walking.
What is it, Collins Street or Burke Street?
Burke Street, more
Burke Street.
shops.
OK, Burke Street. That's the Burke Street look, like the Collins Street look. Here we go. This is Burke Street. Oh, my God. Lovely. Well, I know, but would you like to explain to everyone now what Anne has done to me, Bob?
Before it should be a bit higher.
Well, yes.
So if we start the
Okay.
initial grab where you immobilised it, you locked your fingers together.
This was the favourite part, by the way.
Yes, I liked it there.
The important issue is that she claims your hand so you cannot
I can't
let go
move them.
now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then
Now,
I-
she can just throw the head back into your face.
Which she did, yes.
But if you're a little bit too tall, she'd drive this heel up into the groin to bring you forward.
which she
then
did.
she'd come into the face.
Right.
And of course, she could do that for half an hour backwards and forwards.
You're
You'd be
kidding.
also-
She won't be doing it for half an hour at all. Now I shall do the Collins Street walk naturally. OK, this is the... what do I do here? Oh, it's we're walking
The
along the street.
holding hands.
Holding hands, and all of a sudden I decide to
Race me
Get
off.
your wrist broke.
race her off. Okay.
Oh, okay. Going to race her off.
Walking
yes.
along, and all of a sudden I do... Oh, my God. Careful, Anne. Yeah. That certainly does work. Now, explain to everyone, Bob, what Anne has done.
Well, that's a basic policeman's lock that...
Would you like to show me with your thing?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well, police cadets are trained this in very basic self-defence courses where they come under the arm to put, drunks and things into the divisional van.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get stuck in the divisional van, you pin the arm, pull the hand down, which opens the joint, and then you turn the hand out. Now, the downward movement you don't mind too much, but just watch your reaction when I twist it out.
Oh!
I like that one, Bob. Oh, I like that one.
So you sure when you compare and host and start on the one show, you will have people come on and break your bloody wrist?
Oh, tears to the eyes.
Okay, well, what about you and Anne doing something together? Well, let's just get first emotions in.
I just like to show the ladies at home that there's a right and a wrong way to do everything, and particularly in self-defence.
Right.
If you do it the right way,
Yes.
it works nicely.
Because I get a
Eyes, his eyes
tears
are
in my
running.
eyes, yes. Well, I'm a brave boy. I'm going to be a brave boy.
Well, use the end of
It's
this.
not hurting. I'm going to use that what do they call it? That Chinese thing. It's not hurting, it's not hurting. Right, okay. Sorry, Bob.
2:30. Oh no, that's another one. Well, the back of the hair here, if I grab into the hair and get a good grip of the fist. Now, once again, if she claims the hand so I can't get away and she stretches the arms out straight, perhaps if she stepped forward a little bit would help a bit. Now, all she does is throw her arm back.
Yeah.
And it breaks my
I heard
arm this
that.
way.
Oh,
so-
right.
Oh, yuck. That hurt, didn't
Okay.
it?
Was it you or me?
No, you.
Okay, well,
I love this.
do it, Bob and Annie. Do it.
Do it, okay.
Now, but you've got to be careful. That's the right way. If she does it the wrong way, she can wind up in trouble.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, if I grab her by the hair again,
Yeah.
but you'll notice I'm using the opposite arm, so
Uh-huh.
now would be the wrong side for her. So when she does
Right.
it this time,
Oh.
she winds up getting...
Oh, lucky. Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Annie. Annie Wills and Bob Jones. All the best, Bob. Back with you after this break.